As a landscape photographer, I really only need two things to take a picture. Number one is a camera, and number two is a landscape to point it at. Of course, there's all kinds of other gear you can bring with you, tripods and drones and filters. I'm not here to talk about any of that. I did come up with a list of 7 things that you might not think to bring with you on a landscape photography trip. Number 1, the proper footwear. As a Gen Xer, it pains me to say this, but Converse are not always the appropriate footwear. Sometimes you need actual hiking shoes. So obviously, depending on where the landscape is that you're photographing, you might need hiking shoes, you might need winter boots, you might need waterproof shoes. Probably not flip-flops, but maybe if you're in and out of the water a little bit. Either way, in almost every case, my Converse aren't really appropriate. Wear better shoes, you'll have a better day, I promise. 2, transportation. Bicycle, car, train, plane, skateboard, those sneakers with the little rollerblades built into the heel. Wherever you are going to take a picture, you need to get there. I'm not saying you have to get on a plane and go to some exotic location all the time to go shooting, but if maybe you're in your own city, you need a bicycle to get around, or a bus pass, or if you're gonna go up north and go camping, maybe you need a truck or a car. Whatever the case, wherever you wanna go, you just need a reliable form of transportation. Even your feet will do. 3, a good camera bag. This one's a bit of a cop-out because it does kind of fall just a little bit into the camera gear section because it's the bag to hold all your camera gear. Ask any photographer and they will tell you that the quest for the proper camera bag just is a never-ending one. In fact, I'd be shocked if any photographer has less than 4 camera bags. Which is probably a good thing because you can use different bags for different photo quests that you might be on. If you're hiking up a mountain, you probably want to keep it light, but also have enough storage for other things like, a map and, some snacks. But if you're shooting mostly from the passenger seat of your car, you can bring the biggest bag with all of your gear because who cares? You have a car to put it in. But find a camera bag or 4 that fits your needs and you'll be all right. Until you're not. And then you gotta buy another bag. 4, rope. I know what you're thinking. Who carries rope in the back of their car and isn't a psycho? A prepared photographer. I have 2 very practical reasons why I bring rope with me on a trip. The first reason is simple. Maybe there's something in your picture that you don't want to be in your picture, like a branch. Instead of cutting it down or snapping it off, which would be the super irresponsible way to deal with it, you could just tie the branch off, pull it back out of your frame, take the picture, and then release it when you're done. No harm, no foul, all of that leave only footprints type of thing. Now the other reason is for safety. A lot of times we're taking our picture, but maybe we want to go just down the hill, just a little bit. Maybe it'll look a little bit better from down there. So we go down there, and it's easy to get down, but it's a lot harder to get up. So if you tie a rope around a tree and you take that down with you, it's easier to climb up the hill if you're pulling yourself up with the rope a little bit. You're welcome for that one. 5, a good knife or a multi-tool. Now, I personally always keep a pocket knife in, my pocket, but that's usually just a blade. I often have either Swiss Army knife or a multi-tool in my car. They can come in handy for any number of reasons, including cutting the rope from the last point, tightening your tripod. Just probably have a tool with you. 6, a high-vis vest. Again, this is mostly a safety thing. If you're taking pictures at the side of the road, you pull over somewhere where maybe there isn't a real parking lot or a good place to stop, pull over, throw a vest on, that way you're easier to see. Another reason is maybe you want to look like you're supposed to be there, like an event or something where, the general public is over here, but there's, a little extra access over here. And maybe a high-vis vest can sort of trick people into thinking that you belong there. I'm not recommending it, I'm just saying it could work. Also, pylons might be an idea. If you have a couple of little pylons and you put them on either side of your car where maybe you're not supposed to park, it looks like you're allowed to park there. 7, a positive attitude. Now, admittedly, this one's a bit of a stretch because it's not like an actual thing to take with you, but have a positive attitude when you go out somewhere. which is hilarious coming from me. Anybody that knows me is going to be like, get out of here. I know you want to get out there and get the perfect shot, but how about you go out and have a good time instead? And if you get the perfect shot, that's even better. Most of us want to go out there and have fun when we shoot photos, and it's just easier if you roll with the punches a little bit. That's my list. It's by no means a definitive list. Let me know what you would add to it. Go have fun shooting some photos and don't die.